Hello and welcome on this moderately sunny Tuesday afternoon. I'll just bring Pete in to join me just to prove that he's really here. There he is. Oh, phone's ringing. Never mind. Right. Okay, good. Right, so today we're going to be making a platter, and I'll put Pete in the background again because it's quite a big
Yeah,
platter.
please.
Come on, that one. Yeah, it's quite a big platter. It needs quite a lot of the screen to show it. That's going to be it's 14 inches diameter or thereabouts, and it's a piece. I think it's a piece of oak. I'm pretty sure it is actually. It just wasn't expecting it to be oak when I picked it up, but I've trued it up because it was a way out of level. It's a lot thinner than it was when I started. But that's going to give us a platter, fairly wide rim, which I'm going to engrave into very deeply with the Proxon, which you've all seen before, I think. But that's the Proxon. It's like it's almost like a chainsaw blade, but solid and very small. Just a little 2-inch blade, and we'll be making grooves in here and on the underneath. That is the underneath and on the top as well. Crossing over each other so that where they cross you can actually see through. It's my plan. We'll see if it works. I've never done one like that before, so it's a good time to try, isn't it? So I have to do something original now and again. So I think I'll get I'll get straight on with that. We don't need too much of a weather forecast because it's not quite as cold as it was, but it's bright, which is nice. And I'll leave Pete to tell me who's in.
Will do. And go up to chat first of all. Right, first in we had Chris Charlton and Andy and myself. Rex B, Alison Heath, Doug Miller, Tommy's Workshop, Malcolm Douglas, Martin Shepherd, Chris Dodds, Gerard Turner, Pete from Twisted Trees, Barry Chitty, and I think that is up to date. Roger Kent has just joined us as well. Good afternoon to Roger. I think that's all. Can you still hear me, Andy? Ooh.
Right, can you hear me, Peter?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I was just phoning you up.
Yeah, it went completely blank, and I don't know why. Anyway, so we're back online now. Barry Chitty's in. Hello, Barry. Right, so now we've got just that showing, and you're still there. I could still see you, and the little picture at the bottom, but the big screen had gone completely blank. Very odd.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you disappeared completely.
I came out of StreamYard in the end and went back in, and it's still there as it was. Right, so we'll carry on from where we are now. I think this is, yeah, it's going round. That's all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Doug
that.
Miller and Malcolm both said, "Yeah, you're back."
Thank you. Yeah, I don't think it's anything I did because I was standing at the lathe working on it. So a bit odd.
And Stephen the Wood Dude's come in as well.
Hello, Stephen. Right, so I'm just working on the underneath to get it down to some sort of shape.
Wesley Hanna has joined in as well. Afternoon, Wesley.
Hello, Wesley. Roger Kent as well.
Yeah, I said Roger Kent.
Oh, did you? That was probably why I couldn't hear you.
Oh, Chris Charlton said Amber Gate Museum was on TV this morning on the news.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's our
Amberley Museum.
Amberley Museum or not.
Could be. So I know it's not showing on mine yet.
No, it was quite a while ago when he disappeared, I think.
Oh, was it? Right.
I'll just scroll back up, make sure I hadn't missed anybody.
I think why they'd be on the telly, I don't know.
No, Chris has just replied, "Oh, right, okay, they're wrong museum."
Oh, not Amberley, right?
Not Amberley.
I've never heard of Ambergate Museum, so.
No, I don't know where Chris Charlton's from, actually. So I don't know.
He's Bude from Cornwall.
Oh, right.
He's a near neighbour of the gentleman Woodturner. Partner to Katie, I believe, unless I've got the wrong person altogether, which is quite possible.
Oh, he's in Cheshire, he said.
Sorry?
He's in Chris Charlton's in
Cheshire. Wrong one.
And he's yeah. Wrong.
Sorry,
Chris.
Yeah, there is one down there who's got that name, but yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to put quite a wide base on this. Or do I want to? Because it's going to be quite a narrow bowl. No, I will. I'll leave it fairly wide. I'm back to about there, I think. This is very dry and quite hard. It's got a couple of little knots in it there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make life, and another one, just to make life more interesting. And it's not very tasty. A bit of worm too.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to eat it.
No, I suppose not. I put my face mask on normally, but it upsets the mic. So I shan't. That's where I'm getting into the knots, just there. Sorry, I'm getting in the way of the camera, aren't I? Let's try putting that round there a bit. Somewhere about there. There's nothing else in the way. Well, that's better. That gives me a bit more room. Yeah, that's quite accurate. Okay. Sounding a bit unhealthy, but it looks all right. Yeah, it's bouncing. I think it must be these knots that are upsetting it. Let's try another tool, a slightly sharper one maybe. That's better.
Jennifer's Craft and Creations has come in as well. Hi,
Hello,
Jennifer.
It's blunting the tool remarkably quickly. I think that's not far off what I want. A slightly sharper curve in there. I think flatten the rim out a bit.
Martin wants to know, did you drill for the mortise?
Yes, I did. Yep, and then I drilled one side, which was actually the other side, and then turned the mortise on this side, and then turned the timber round and touched up the one on the other side to put the chamfer in, because it's quite a heavy piece of timber. So I've actually done the same on both sides on the lathe, so I know it's accurate, and I can then just turn it round and it's all ready to go.
And Dr. Bob's joined in as well.
Hello, Dr. Bob.
From Detroit.
It's a very noisy piece of timber. Anyway, that is something like the shape I wanted. It's actually playing up a little bit because it's so hard. I'm just going to try running the... Oh, I've got to move it away a bit. Running the scraper over a little bit just to see if I can get a better finish.
Ben Jamin's joined us, and so has Mark, the gentleman wood turner.
Hello, Mark and Ben.
Oh, Barry says he's not sure if he's going to get to the museum on Sunday. He's having a bit of trouble with his bad knee.
Oh dear.
Because it's Mother's Day, isn't it, on Sunday?
It is, yeah. Or if you're a churchy person, it's Mothering Sunday.
Mm.
They have to be difficult, don't they? That's better. Yeah, that's about the width I want, the thickness I want, because I want it to be about 10, 12 mil, which is probably what that is, to give me room to get cuts in from both sides. So, I might just put a little bit of a sun glass paper over that. Smarten it up a bit, because it's going to be more difficult to do afterwards. By the time I've cut grooves in it. Right. I meant to put some fresh glass paper up, but never mind, I didn't. Extractor on.
Okay, so we've got 31 people watching, 7 thumbs up.
31 watching. That's good.
31, well, it was now 29.
That's a good number, though. We're often in the low 20s at this stage.
Mm.
So that's a good number. Right. I think my dust extraction is not working as it should be. So it is working, sort of. That'll do for now. Okay. No, I will take that out. Stop that noise. Although you can't hear it much, but I can. I can't get past it. Right, so that's going to be the underneath. I'm going to start cutting grooves into it. I'll raise that up to there somewhere. Turn it round to there. Lock it in place, get a pencil. And then just to give me a rough guide, I'm just going to put So I've got a rough idea of which the direction the cuts want to go in. I don't want them to go towards the middle because I want to make the ones on the other side angle the other way. So that's going to be there. And the grooves want to go in, the edge of the bowl is going to be about there. So I think the grooves want cutting to there. You can see that. Yes, you can.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to try and aim for. So I'm going to start from that line, cutting this way, completely freehand, not using any sort of thing to make it regular or even or anything else. Which way does that go? I'm trying to remember. That way. So really it wants to come that way. Yeah, so I'm going to start cutting there and follow that line, generally speaking, down that way. It doesn't have to come all the way through. They can be uneven and all sorts. It doesn't matter to... No, turn the lathe off. Because I just know I will hit that button, meaning to turn this off. The Proxon. Right, so that's now there. We'll lock that in place. Just save it turning when I don't want it to. Okay, and here we go. It's about how deep I want to go. It's about 4 or 5 mil. No, too low. The usual difficulty trying to do something random and your brain takes over. Makes you do it rather regularly. They're a bit evenly spaced there. But, turn off. Let's turn that around a bit. So it's a bit boring, this bit, but oh.
Brian at Hartwood Turn has joined us as well. Good afternoon,
Hello,
Brian.
Slipped up there. That's better. You can still see all right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see my pencil lines. Nearly there. Something like that. Which doesn't have any sort of effect at the moment, but hopefully it will do when I do the other side and cut the two through meeting. I'm just going to sand that, take the edges off. So speed down, turn the lathe back on. I think I shall have a fair bit of sanding to do all this by hand at the end.
Robert Copperell Woodturning has joined us as well. Good afternoon, Rob.
Hello, Rob. That's all right, that'll do for now. So we'll call that done as far as I want to go at the moment. I'm going to have to turn it over again. Hopefully that'll go onto my big jaws. We'll see. Shot key, that's what I'm looking for. Good. So that's very rough. So I should just tickle it up with a little bit with the gouge, just try and make it a bit more even. Because that's really torn the grain there when I was roughing it out. So let's see how we go.
Dr. Bob.
Yeah.
Dr. Bob. Thank you very much, Dr. Bob. He's saying, how about everyone taking the time to give our international known host a big thumbs up?
Well, thank you very much, Bob. Very kind of you.
And Jennifer, yes, she is. Oh, she's asking if you're going for a lattice effect.
Yes, but uneven, very random. So I just tried to put a line around there so that I can see where the bowls come into. Just there. Get these lines on here now. These lines are just purely a guide to the direction, not the position of the grooves. Mainly because I want to make sure that they oppose what was done on the underneath. So they do cross over. As I say, I've never done one of these before, so it's completely an experiment. So it should be good for a laugh. Right, having done that, I'm going to take that off now, aren't I? Stupid boy. No, I can sand that down afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can sand that down afterwards. We'll do it that way.
Rex B, why is the tool rest above the centre line? Trying to learn.
I'm trying to. Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to get these lines that I've just drawn on here to show where my grooves are going to be that don't come towards the centre. The ones underneath are coming up that way. The ones on the top here are going down that way because we turned it round. and I have just checked that they are going to. There's going to be a crossing point in the middle of each of them, ish. But it depends exactly where they come. But yeah, that's why.
Mhm.
So we can do these grooves now, can't we? No reason why not at all. Turn the lathe off. Put the locking doofer in. Right, and I'll start cutting some on this side, and that should start to give us the effect. They won't meet up necessarily in the middle yet. I can deepen them. That's not a problem. I don't want to turn that on. That's why I turn it off at the wall. Because it's just habit. Yeah, it's not quite working yet. No, we haven't actually gone through anywhere yet. We will do. All in good time. Come on. So far, nothing meeting, but we'll get around that. It's not a problem.
Barry's Wood Creations has joined us as well.
Welcome. I missed who that was, but Jennifer's Crafting Creations. No, we said hello to
No,
Jennifer, didn't we?
Barry's Wood Creations.
Oh right, hasn't come up on mine yet. Okay. Hello, Barry. So let's have a look at that. Don't think we've got anything. A little bit on the edge. Let's come right through. Okay, I'm going to turn it around and redo it from the back because I was getting a bit more brave on the top. So I shall turn it round again and do a little bit more from the other side, and hopefully we'll start to see through it a little bit. Okay. Now then, that one. Oh, it's because it gets quite a bit thicker down here. We needed that curve to be steeper than that. See if I can do it. Should be able to. No, not that one. That's the blunt one. That one. Turn the lathe on. Let's see. Yeah, that's I'd taken the grooves a bit further in than I'd planned to, and it was a little bit thicker there than I wanted it. So we're getting there, though.
Christine and Michael Heseltine have joined us. Good afternoon,
Oh,
Christine
hello,
and
Christine
Michael.
and Michael.
And Chris Charlton is asking, have you spoken to Keith recently and how's he doing?
I haven't. No. Last I heard, he was coping with it, but very tired. But that was about a week ago. I must ring him again. Make contact with him. That's better. That's got that nasty groove out where I'd slipped. But I think a little bit more to come out there. There's a lump there. A bit more to come out in there, but not too much. Let's try putting that down a bit. I've forgotten I left it up there. Excuse me. That's better. Right, now I just want to take these grooves in a little bit deeper, a little bit further. That's the edge of the bowl there, so don't want to go any further than that. Probably not as far as that. It's a bit of a fiddle, but we're getting there. Oh, you've got a bit more to take off there. Still a lump in it. What am I doing? Oh, there it is. And that's off. Yep. Okie doke. Right, so. Oh dear. I think I've been holding that in the wrong place. It's getting quite warm. If you cover those vents, it doesn't like it. Oh. Downward blast. Didn't mean to do that. It's going to be a slightly wider one, I think. Stop it. off. Getting warm in here.
Oh, Alison's asking if you want some water.
Yeah, she just brought some.
Ah.
Just snuck in here, she did. Oh, that's better. Nice bit of ice in it too. That must be where I started, I think. The grooves didn't go as deep. I got a bit braver as I went along. Only around there to go. We're over halfway. Stop it. Don't do that. We're very lucky with that. It hasn't actually damaged the middle there. Right. It's getting quite hot. So am I. Makes a nice change. But it hasn't quite given the effect I wanted yet. I've got one there. Oh, there's one there, and one there, just. A couple round here. But it doesn't have to be all of them. Let's not get picky about it. We better have a few more around here. I've got to take a bit more off there because there's a horrible lump in it. With the light, with the with the gouge. So let's do that. Just there. I'd have thought this timber must be getting more and more fragile as I take bits off it. That's better. That's much better. Okay, I think there's one huge great lump out there. There we are, can't win them all. I think I'm going to turn it round again. Work on the top now. Because that's...
Yeah, seems like a lot of work, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's more than I thought, if I'm honest.
Mm.
But I can always come back and finish it next week. It's not a problem. I want to. Sorry, go on.
You've been live for just over 53 minutes.
Yeah, I just looked at my watch and I was amazed to discover how long I had been on. But that's all right. It's just these things take time. So. But I can then, between now and next week, I can fiddle around with these because they're nearly there. One or two not deep enough. I can see that straight away. And they need straightening up a little bit. There's a great deal of sanding to do. You can't see it.
Yeah, I've just been thinking about it. If you'd have maybe angled them even more than they are.
Yes. Yeah, they would have crossed over more, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there is actually light moving across there. You can see that there are holes in it.
Yeah.
See the light there?
Yeah.
That's going through a hole somewhere there. So there are holes. There are holes through it, but not as many as I'd like yet. I can see what you're saying about the angle. So almost at right angles would probably have been a good idea, wouldn't they?
Mm.
The trouble is I didn't want it to go past. Didn't want to have any going through. Wanted them to stop at the rim, but I could have got a bit more of an angle than that.
Gerard's got to go and pick the missus up into town.
Okay, Gerard. Well, thanks for coming along. And,
see you later.
Yep, indeed we will. And so I'll get a bit more done on this now. On this side, I can go through a bit further because I haven't gone as far as on the other side. And then I'm going to call it a day and come back to it next week and finish it. By which time I kind of got this sort of sanded down a bit and a bit more sorted out, but it's nearly there. It's the right one, yeah. Yeah, it wants a bit of tidying up.
Mm.
But it's not an absolute disaster. Yeah, because there isn't, though. There is one there. So I might be able to find one in there. That one. I might be able to find a little bit there.
Do you want to change the camera before we start that?
Sorry, yep. Of course, I've moved it. I'll keep my finger on it. That one. Yep.
That's it.
I'll see if I can find the one there. Nope. Oh, that's got it. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Is going around from this side, looking behind, seeing where they cross over, which is just there, and just taking it down a little bit further. Although that one actually can't go much further. As you can down there, yeah. A little bit further until it actually crosses. That's it. It's there. So I don't want to bore you stiff with that because that's going to be very tedious. So I shall do the tedious bit before next week. Get all the crosses showing that can show, and that'll even things up a bit. And then we'll get it. I'll do a bit of sanding as well, and we'll get it finished, scooped out, and, possibly coloured. I'll have another look at it when it's done. I might ebonize it and gilt wax it. Bring the grain out.
Oh, Brian with a Y from Spain's just come in. Hi all, just uploaded my latest video.
All right, hello Brian. We'll have to have a look at that. So good. Okay, that's going to be it for today. Thanks everybody for coming along. I think it's going to look all right once it's done. So there's a lot of tidying up to do and finishing off, but I think it'll be all right. We'll try it anyway. I mean, if it's not the end of the world, is it? Good. Okie doke. So where are we? That one and that one. And there's Pete. I didn't warn him. Gotcha.
I pick my cup up as well.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So yes, it's just something very different from anything I've done before. Therefore, it takes a bit of working out as you go along. And there are various ways it could be improved. I think the angles is one. You're quite right, Peter. We could look at that. But I think we'll get this one finished to make something of it. Make the best of it that we can. Let's put it that way.
Indeed.
And then we'll take it from there. Good. So there we are, just the hour. Well, within a couple of seconds. And thank you very much for some. Yes, Martin. There is daylight in some places, and there will be more. And that's just before Gerard went. Yep. Thank you, Chris. Looks good so far. Thank you, Wesley. I hope it will. And if I get a decent finish on it, it's going to help. And I'll look at the grain and decide what we're going to do. Whether we ebonize it, color it. It could be a number of things. Highlight the grain with a bit of wax or whatever, a bit of gilt. You know, there are lots of. I'm not going to respond, Chris. Think of Dad's army. Cheeky, what's it? I could be flattered, really, because they've done very well for themselves. So, yeah. No, Peter's only a youngster. Yeah. Bye, Alison. She's got off to do her lace, as she does every Tuesday. Oh, excuse me. Every Tuesday.
See you next week, Alison. Well, I won't see you, but I'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, she'll see you.
Yeah.
Good. Okie doke. There's nothing worth taking off the lathe to show you. We'll do that next week when we finish it. And it shouldn't be too difficult to finish. There'll be a lot of hand sanding, which I'll try and get done before, because that's boring. Might just leave a little bit to be done, but not all that lot. It's going to take forever. Martin,
keep comments to yourself, please.
Captain Mannering and Sergeant Wilson, maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cheeky sods. Brian, interesting project. Looking forward to seeing it finished. So am I, Brian. Because it's something that's just sort of out of my head, and I had no idea whether it was going to work or not. And I think it's got possibilities now. It's, if I hadn't slipped with the procs on, it would have been better. But we can make something of it. I might just widen up some of the other grooves to match.
I was just wondering if perhaps you could. I don't know whether it's possible, but could you put like a depth stop on your Proxon at all? Make something up? I don't know whether that would work.
What I did, like when I did a regular shaped one that was completely regular all the way around, there were 32 grooves. I used the tool rested the Proxon on it, there was something sticking out on the proc. I think it was the body of the thing that I ran it along, and it just kept everything at the right depth, which I suppose I could have done with this, except I'm trying to get the angles varying a bit. But that would be possible. It would be possible, because you can still make the spacing different, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, if you had some sort of a stop on it to stop it going too deep, then you could
Yeah,
set the
that's
depth
right.
just over half of the thickness of the piece you're working on.
Also means it doesn't kick as much.
Mm.
Let's just have a quick look while we're talking about this. Because I can use that on there somehow. How did I do it?
Yeah, I can't see it.
No, you can't, can you? It's there. I did it like that somehow, but I ran something along the tool rest which kept it right. I also had it angled.
Yeah, that would keep it.
Yeah,
the lines perfectly straight.
If I can get
But
close
wouldn't do anything for the depth though, would it?
Well, it could, yes, because it's up against there. You can't see. It's up against the tool rest. This bit here.
Yes.
Is running along the tool rest. Yeah. So it's like that. That's completely constant depth. But can I get it close enough to do it? It would be there somewhere. That's just actually touching. So probably not quite there. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's not going deep enough. Unless I did it. No, it's going to slip off. Or the other way up.
The lines wouldn't be. Well, they would be angled, wouldn't they? But
yes, the lines are full. I'd lift the tool rest up.
Right up, yeah.
Yeah. Because that. Except it's got nothing to rest. No, it's not quite working. I can see
I was thinking of something, maybe putting like a Jubilee clip round the body of the Proxon with some sort of stop that you could adjust.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, I'm only guessing.
To run along this edge.
No, not using the tool rest at all.
Of going on to there. Yeah, because the timber's not turning, is it? I'm always in your head. You have the fact that the timber's spinning, don't you? Because it's not. It's not. So that would work. Yeah. So take this out of the way. I can work on this definitely. So that's going to be sitting like that, isn't it? Well, you can't see it. Let's move that camera around a little bit.
Take me off the screen for a minute.
Yep. Oh, it's that one. Let's get the right one. Right, so get that in the middle. So that's going to sit like that.
Yeah, we're a bit out of focus, actually.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Right, I'll just focus this. It's better.
Yeah.
So I'm holding that.
Yeah, so if you had something attached with like a Jubilee clip, well, a bit further up, away there, and a rod going down towards the wood.
Yeah, it's got to get something's got to come past there to here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or along the side here would do it.
Yeah, you'd have to make something up, but
yeah. Oh yes, I can do that.
I'm just wondering if that would work.
I think so, as long as it's got a wide enough end that it doesn't get down into the grooves.
Yeah.
Because that would throw it. But apart from that, yeah.
The only problem you'd have maybe is when you've done the very last groove.
Yeah, but if it's wider than those grooves, then it'll run all the timber. Run all the timber either side, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, I'll experiment with that. And might even use that to go through these just to even them up a bit.
You
know, wouldn't be a bad thing. And then they should all cross over, like some of them are doing at the moment. Yeah. All these things, these problems are centre trials, aren't they? keep us thinking.
Mm.
Yeah.
Having a look. Doug Miller said it will work. Maybe not how you expect, but it will.
That's often the way, Doug. You're absolutely right. But anyway, I won't bore you anymore. But I
No.
will have a little go before next week to see what I can get done and what will work, and then I'll show you what we come up with. But we've done just over the hour, so that's good. An hour and 7 minutes and 18 seconds. It tells me. Never seen that clock up there before. It's probably always been there. But anyway,
It has, yeah.
I'm going to say goodbye. Put that, and I think we want me on there rather than that. There we are. Good. Okay. Well, thank you very much for all coming along. I don't know how many we got up to in the end, but it was a good number.
Oh,
So,
yeah, 31 I saw at the most.
yeah, which is excellent. To get into the 30s is brilliant. For lunchtime, it's people got to work. Some people have to. It must be rough, but somebody has to. So, yeah. But thank you, all of you, very much for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you all next week, and we'll get this finished. Make it look a bit more interesting. As I say, I'm not sure about colour. I'm not sure about black. I'm not sure about anything yet. I just want to see what it looks like when it's sanded and looking smarter. So I'd see if I can true up those grooves a little bit more. And as you say, Peter, we'll try the depth gauge. Good. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to press the button and see you next week. Bye, everybody.